This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com.
Hi and welcome to AFTV. I've got Turkish with me off the back of a 4-0 defeat to Liverpool. Turkish, you told me before we come down here, I was very optimistic. I said, you know, I think we can win today. And you're like, bro, I've been here before. I know how the script is written. Was there any time you was optimistic from today's game and thought we could have got a result?
I wouldn't be here today if I wasn't optimistic. Listen, the last 10 games showed me something.
Yep.
You know, especially not having a loss in those 10 games, it showed us something. The new signings have shown us something. Let me start with a positive today, because again, Aaron Ramsdale, again, if it wasn't for him, it'd be 7-8 today. That first half, it looked good, but again, Ramsdale made 2-3 key saves in that first half. So it could have looked a whole lot worse without him. So first things first, the only positive I see today is Aaron Ramsdale, yet again. On the optimism part, of course, you got to be optimistic when you haven't lost in 10 games, 8 in the league, and you know, you're coming to Anfield off the back of Liverpool dropping points in their last couple of games. Surely there's a light there, you know, to hold on to, maybe to believe. And the first half was okay. Ramsdale had to make a few saves, but that, you know, the first goal kind of, you know, deflated us. But then half-time come. And I think going in 1-0 down at half-time at Anfield compared to some of the years gone past where I've come here, I think that is a mini positive. But yet again, what I've seen is at half-time, Arteta's failed to motivate the team maybe, or maybe instruct the team. I think if I look at the Tottenham game, great first half. After half-time, Tottenham, you know, come back into the game. And I think it's the same for a few games we've had this season. In this one in particular, we've gone in 1-0 down. I think the main thing is come out in the second half and you know, keep tight, structure, and get to 60, 70 minutes, 1-0, 1-1, potentially get one back. But we crumbled. We crumbled, and again, Ramsdale saved us.
Do you think it's down to Arteta's lack of experience there, though? Remember, it is still his first job, and going in at half-time, or do you think he's had a lot of time to get used? He should know how to send the boys out at half-time to get a result.
He's still learning. He's still learning. I'm not going to be overly critical about Arteta today, because the team he picked, I think, is the team 9 out of 10 fans would have picked. You know, Tavares over Tierney. A lot of fans thought that's the right thing to do, including myself. But today showed that I guess Tierney's experience, efficiency was probably needed. Tavares for that second goal, I believe, and that second goal was key. That second goal, he gave it away in a position, and you know, one of the pluses of Tavares so far this season has been he's unpredictable. But that unpredictability today cost him. Whereas Tierney's more efficient, more predictable. But you know, in a game like today, you can see why we probably would have done better with Tierney, but again, that's not on Arteta. I think we agree with Tavares starting. A concern for me, and it's a big concern, is Auba.
Before you go into Auba, I was going to talk about leadership. We speak about leadership every week. He's the leader, he's the captain.
The coolest captain in the world. He done an interview this week talking about he's the coolest captain in the world.
Is that what you need for
Arsenal? Is that what I need? Bro, I don't care about no cool captain. I want a leader as a captain. You know, and when it comes to these games, the experienced players, the leaders, the captains, the ones that have been here for a few years, they matter the most. Emile Smith-Rowe wasn't great today, Saka wasn't great today, but they're young players where the burden shouldn't be on their shoulders. And at points this season, especially Emile Smith-Rowe in recent weeks, he's, you know, took us out of sticky situations. He's been a player that this season he's improved, he's developing. But when you come to Anfield, you need your Parteys to perform. You need your captain Auba up top to perform. But he didn't. Yet again, it feels like Mesut Ozil 2.0.
Boy, that's a big statement there. He's saying there's no leadership, more like a Rolls-Royce player. I hear what you're saying, but what then needs to change for that? Do you think we need a new striker? Do you think, I don't know, maybe the captaincy needs to be changed over?
Someone posed a question to me this week, and I've never even entertained that question until Laka's come back in recently. And someone said, what would you rather do? Re-sign Laka to a new contract and sell Auba in the summer, or let Laka go in the summer free and, you know, hold on to Auba another year? If we're going by the last few games, I think the former, giving Laka an extension and maybe looking on from Auba in the summer, is probably the wise option. Again, there's a lot of the season to go. And I never thought I'd be saying that. I've always maintained that Lacazette should be let go. Well, we should have sold Laka in the summer, we didn't, but, you know, let him go at the end of the season, possibly January. But now you can see he's quite important to us. You know, so that question needs to be answered. It needs to be answered by Arteta, it needs to be answered by the board. And again, look, Ben White, first half, I think he done all right. I think Tomiyasu, first half, done all right. Gabriel done all right. Ramsdale done great.
Gabriel all right?
Yeah, well, listen, I say all right.
He had Mo Salah, one of the best players at the moment on form in the world. I mean, I think he dealt with him very well.
Yeah, no, listen, he did. He did. But in that first half, again, we conceded chances. The first half could have ended 3-4-0. It was Ramsdale, the last line of defence, that stopped that happening. So Gabriel, yes, he done well in the first half, but in the second half, it looked like it kind of opened up again.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that on one player. I'm more looking at the manager at half-time and asking, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Like, can anyone name me a game where at half-time everything changed in our favour under Mikel Arteta? I struggle. I struggle. Maybe you can find one or two there, few and far between. But in all honesty, you know, coming up to 2 years in your role, I think that's something we need to start seeing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying 1-0 down to Liverpool at half-time. I'm expecting to come back and beat them 3-1 or come back at all.
Yeah.
But I expect a bit more maturity. I expect a bit more structure. I expect a bit more ownership. It just looked like the second half started, it went pear-shaped, and there was no coming back from it. Auba had that one chance, and I think the way he took that chance, yes, he was unlucky, but I think a star man, a player that's on his money, put a little something on it. Little dink it maybe, put a little spin on it, you know. But he just went with a safe option, and Alisson made the save, and that was it. When you look at the free kick in the first half, Auba gave that free kick away. It was quite poor. So in all honesty, I think there's problems, but obviously we just need to go and beat Newcastle now, and we just need to forget about this game because we've got Man United and Everton coming up, and both away. So, now we've lost here, and we've lost here like this. We're back on -4 goal difference. I think the next 3 games I expect, at the bare minimum, 7 out of 9 points. That means one of the away games against Man United or Everton, you win. I don't know if Ole's going to be in the job much longer after Watford done Man United over. That would probably be detrimental for us. You are? Are you lying? That's what I saw. I've already seen something that said. Well, I expect him to be sacked regardless. But we'll see how it goes, man. We have to. We just have to go. Newcastle have to come to us. Let's handle them. Let's sort that out, and we'll do it. And we move on to the next game.